Welcome to the next episode of Scared Shitless. My name is Sarah Sivergis, and I am your host. This podcast is about people, real people who decide that they have a dream and they decide to go for it, regardless of the obstacles that they encounter. So they just have grit and vision, and they don't stop at the obstacles. So today I have the pleasure, the privilege, the honor to be interviewing Carine Toham or Toham Ngoy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Carine
Toham Ngoy, yes.
Toham Ngoy and Nike Oreyomi. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Before we start, I just want, in your own words, I know this conversation is going to be amazing. We're going to talk about this 24-unit development that you guys have here in Ottawa. And I know the backstory of this development, and I want to touch a little bit on more of the obstacles, but just how you guys managed all of that, because I know you guys went through a lot and you guys just closed on it. So congratulations.
Thank you.
So just introduce yourselves and tell me how you guys came to become partners.
Sure. You want me to go, sis?
Start.
Well, first of all, thank you, Sarah, for having us here. We're
Absolutely.
excited to be a part of Scared Shitless because it is
Very
scary
yes.
and it is shitless.
Yeah.
Even though it's filled with a lot of shit still. Anyways, so I'm Nike Oreyomi. And what was the question?
The question was just introduce yourself, how you want people to know you.
Oh, okay. I am one of the Momvestors
Yes.
at the NCTL Group, which is a Black-led development company here in Ottawa. And our vision and purpose is impacting our community by bringing affordable housing to Ottawa and help in our own way to solve the housing crisis. As we all know, Canada is there in
Yes.
terms of housing crisis. And we are investors. I'm an investor. I'm a mompreneur. I am a nutritionist. I am a mother. I am a wife. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. Everything.
Many hats. Yeah, multiple hats.
Yeah.
Awesome. What about you, Carine?
Well, I'm Carine. I'm, I would say a mom first, a daughter, a wife, and a sister. And a sister because it means a lot of me. With my sister being passed away, she got me into this business.
Yes.
And I'm a Momvestor, most importantly, because Nikki and I, we do this for our family.
Mhm.
And we want to inspire other moms out there. Of course, first our Black community, because we don't know, not many of us do what we do here. And I was I'm a network engineer by trade. And all I wanted in my life is to build a comfortable life for my family. And, whether it's through first what I thought was the solution, being a T4 employee, and then later on now through financial freedom, which is what we all aspire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how did you guys meet and form this group?
We met almost 6 years ago now.
This is true. Yeah.
We were both on our path of looking for what else is out there other
something
than
better.
JOB,
Yeah.
right? The path to financial freedom.
Yes.
Right.
And we both met at a boot camp.
Okay.
Which was a very interesting one. At the end of the boot camp, Carine and I connected, and we realized we're both in Ottawa.
Yeah.
We're both moms. We have a lot of similar values. And Carine went on to do her own strategies.
I was doing a lease option at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went on to do the short-term rental and the multifamily acquisitions. And then eventually we joined the same group again here in Ottawa. And I'm like, oh, you're here. Let's do this project together and see. And God has been great since then. It's a match made in heaven.
Yeah, absolutely. Because usually, and one of our mentor told us that we did those personality tests, and we were very complimentary. We didn't even knew it that we were complimentary, but we kind of felt it because the way we work, there are certain things that there's always a tension, which is kind of a healthy tension because we're always challenging each other.
Mhm.
And thank God we don't always have the same opinion because that makes us the perfect match. We are covering every ground.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I would say it's how we do it, right? We're always thinking from a different point of view, but at the same time, kind of looking in the same direction with what we want to bring into the business and where we want to go.
Yeah.
So I think that's our strength.
Okay. So 24 unit new development in Ottawa. So it's a new construction. Okay.
It is.
Last time, Kevin, you were on the podcast. So this is part 2, and we kind of went over a little bit of the acquisition.
Yes.
But I want to know, what obstacles did you guys go through in order to get the permits? So I want to start with the obstacles about the permit and financing. So walk us through a couple of things that happened. I know there's multiple, but let's start with the financing. How did you guys get the financing to build this 24 unit?
Actually, one thing is one of the 24 units, because this is not the only 24 units that we have.
Very well.
Yeah. It's just the beginning.
This is the first.
This is the first. Okay.
This is the one that has gone farther
Right.
between
and
the other one.
The building has been demolished and construction is going to start.
It started.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
So the challenges from the acquisition, actually?
Well, not the acquisition, getting the financing to build it, the construction financing.
So you've already acquired.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. How do you get the money to build it?
Because first of all, I just want to know, do you guys have the money yourselves? Because a lot of people are like, okay, well, maybe they come from rich families. Is that the case?
Oh no!
Well, we wish.
Actually, then we should start at acquisition.
Yeah.
But if you're asking that question,
is it from acquisition? Because the acquisition is where the challenge started. Okay. This is where a lot of people would want to start. Like, how do I even find the property? Okay, you found the property. Now, how do I pay for that? How do I finance it? Yes. Because in our case, we had 4 lots that had rooming houses on them. Nobody want to touch that. Yeah. The banks don't want to touch that. That's the challenge number 1. And also in our case, we walked away from this deal entirely because we're like, well, nobody's going to touch it. The seller is not accepting what we're offering. Okay, we need to back up and let them go try other things. Mm-hmm. And then we came back months later, it was still there. And now we've reworked our numbers and we figured, okay, this is how much financing we can get. Let's go do an appraisal on this property.
Okay. And to be clear, no, we are not coming from money. Okay. We are
immigrants.
We have cheap 4 jobs.
Right.
We don't have a rich family.
No.
Okay.
We're actually coming from third world countries.
That's right.
In Africa. So let's be clear.
Yes. Okay. So essentially, you have to be creative in the financing and how you're going to acquire these 4 lots.
That's right. Okay. That's right.
What was the creativity? How did you guys get there?
Well, they have the purchase price or the selling price, which they have accepted our offer at this point. Then we started to talk to our broker about the financing of it. And then it's
how much was it selling for?
We were buying it for 1.4 million.
You were buying it for 1.4. How much did they want for it?
Oh, they wanted like 2 point something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you negotiated down.
We negotiated down to 1.4. Now we went to the broker and they spoke to the lenders. Because it's a rooming house, they would only finance at 65%.
Okay, so 65%.
So that means we need to go find 35% of 1.4 million. Again, with our T4 jobs? No.
Okay.
Which meant we needed to find investors.
Okay.
So we prepared a package. First of all, it was our very first deal, development deal, big deal. we don't have no track record. Nobody was going to get on that train because it's like, well, if that train went choo-choo, it's like, okay, well, I'm not a part of it, right?
But the train is stopped and you need investors to get it going. So it's hard to get their
Exactly.
their confidence.
Exactly. Well, we did an appraisal on the property.
Yes.
The value was at 2.365
Okay.
was the value of the property. So
We were buying it for
1.4.
Okay, so 1.4 divided by 2.6, and so that the 60% didn't cover the 1.4.
Already, we're buying it with almost $1 million equity. To be clear.
Yes. Yeah.
So now the lender we were talking to are already happy with that.
Right.
So they financed 100% of the 1.4 million.
Excellent. So no money down. Yeah. So till this point, you have no investors in the deal.
No. And one thing, the 1.4 million number is important because we knew where we were at from a financing point of view. That we had this challenge that maybe we would not have investors for the acquisition phase, so we needed to be creative. We needed to get to a number where there will be enough equity for a potential lender, even private, to finance this.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you found a lender.
We did.
For the acquisition.
They financed the 1.4 million.
Now.
And then we closed.
You closed it.
On the acquisition.
Now you have to get your permits. Did you guys have to do minor variances?
We did.
Yes.
Okay. Minor variances, anything else? No severance?
No.
Okay, just minor variances. So in total, in soft cost, how much did you have to put into this deal? All the way to building permit, approximately.
All the way to 2 weeks ago, 1.315 in cash.
Yes.
So you put 1.315
million
dollars.
Wow. How? Good question. So you remember we have this almost $1 million equity in the buy. Then we put a second mortgage
on the
property
yes.
for about $400K.
Okay.
Then there were buildings on this lot that we're renting. Rooming house, okay? Rooming house or student rental, as every investor knows, it's a cash cow, right? However, nobody wants to deal with the headache of those. We had to deal with that. Every week we were at that property dealing with 28 rooming house tenants.
Yeah, because we had plus a family, sis.
Plus a family. Plus one family. So there's 3 rooming houses, and the 4th building was a family that was living in it, a large family. Yeah. So yeah. And these were people that were living in these properties for like 20 years, 30 years even in that property. It is not a place we go in there with mask. With face mask, like with nose mask.
It was a place that needed to be demolished.
It did. It did.
So you said
it did.
Doing the city a favor at this point.
The neighborhood was cheering us when we were demolishing those.
Oh yes.
We were like, finally.
Oh yes.
Thank you. We're like,
even the seller was at the demolition. She came. To see the demolition. She was happy.
Yeah.
She was
because that was
happy.
A headache for her.
It was.
It was.
So one thing that people don't realize, real estate investors, developers, real estate investors are developers are real estate investors. We're problem solvers.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Number one thing. So that seller, they're not thinking, wait a minute, I sold you this thing for 1.4 million. It was worth 2 million. They're just like, thank goodness you took this off of my hands.
Yes.
And they're happy to see something better come to the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super happy.
So now you put a second mortgage, you finance, you pull out everything that you guys have in order to finance this, the soft costs.
That's right.
Now you got to finance the construction.
Yes.
So tell me what are the steps to get approved for such a thing? Is it common for, 2 people with a regular job to be able to get the financing for a build that's what? How many? $10 million?
$11
million build. So tell me what kind of program you had to use or what kind of magic you had to use in order to get qualified.
Magic
for
indeed,
$11 million.
It is real magic because in our process of trying to get financing, there were like rule changes like multiple times.
Well, no, before that. Okay. Important thing to note here is that we had a vision from the beginning.
Right.
And I think that's what kept us going, through the multiple challenges.
Oh, yes.
We had a lot of naysayers, even people trying to get the project from us. And that vision of building those 24 units, having a percentage as affordable unit, kept us going. It opened a lot of doors for us, and it also made people laugh at us.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. So yes,
So
when we had that vision there,
Yeah.
and we're like, okay, let's go look for financing.
to clarify the affordable part. So we're talking about a 24 units, and our vision is to have 30% of those units as affordable. That's 8 units.
Yeah.
That's a lot of profit that you're losing.
Right.
Wow.
If all you think about is profit, as from a regular investor standpoint,
Right.
it's like, why do you want to offer a whole lot of 8 unit of 24? That's too much.
When you can make more, but we are making enough to be
Right.
able to do that.
Yes, the goal is
Enough
not
is-
always to make more. It's also housing that people can afford.
Right.
Housing that people want to live in.
Right.
And I'm not sure how you design it, but also housing that people, have a little bit of space, a little bit, that they're proud to, and it's functional, right?
We have 20% accessible units. So
Wow.
Yeah.
bigger space, for people with maybe some challenges on their mobility. Yeah. It's really, we thought about it from a social point of view as well as profit. Of course, like I say, we will have enough profit, maybe not the maximum one, but it's enough.
For us.
And it will be also a good add to the community with huge impact.
So
Yeah.
essentially, you're looking for a win-win-win.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
guys
and-
win, and the community wins as well.
And in terms of the social aspect too, we didn't just wake up and be like, okay, I want to build affordable housing. It's a lived experience for us as immigrants. Personally, my family moving to Canada 13 years ago now, a family of 6, imagine a family of 6 moving to a new place in September, which I thought was the coldest month of the year. And people were saying it's going to get even colder. Imagine yourself in minus 40 degrees freezer. And I'm like, well, where I'm from, I don't even think our freezer gets to minus 40 degrees.
Right.
So I can't even imagine myself in there. Coming as a new immigrant family, trying to set up a new life in this new place, my parents at the time went to the subsidized housing office to hopefully get an affordable home. And there is difference between subsidized housing and affordable home.
Right.
Yes.
At the time, subsidized housing was what my parents were hoping that we would get, because people had advised that, you're a new family, you're a family of 6, you're a big family, you should reach out to the city, they have support. We went there with so much hope and joy of, yes, we're going to get support from the city. I went with my parents, put information down, only to be told, okay, now you're in the system. The wait time is 4 years.
Wow.
That was 2012.
Wow.
Imagine what the wait time would be now for subsidized housing.
Right.
However, for us, we don't want to do subsidized housing because we don't have the resources for that. We're not a non-for-profit. We are a for-profit organization, and affordable housing is what we can do and still have some profit for ourselves and our investors. So that's why we stuck to the affordable part, where we're still bringing impact to our community, because we know the benefit of it. We know the immigrants, people that are going to come and benefit from it.
What is the criteria to be affordable housing?
So it depends who you talk to, which entity. That's what we've discovered.
It's true. Yeah.
It depends if you're which level, whether it's municipal, provincial, or federal, which level of the entity you're talking to. we have found out that the city has different type of what they call affordable rent versus, for example, federal. If you talk to CMHC, their affordable rent will also be different. Overall, they will base their number on the percentage of either the market rent or the median renter income.
I see.
So they will
It
do some
depends.
set of calculation
Okay.
based on those two. And they will tell you, hey, for example, CMHC will tell you it has to be, your rent has to be equal or lower to 80% of the median renter income in that area.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
That's
it's per area.
but the city will have a different definition.
Yep.
It depends who you talk to.
Okay. So essentially, you showed in your pro forma that this is the rents that you're going to advertise it, and you have to stick by that for 10
You have
years.
to commit to it. Yeah.
You have to commit to it for at least 10 years in order to get the financing through CMHC.
Yes.
Okay.
True CMHC.
You know what? Let's go back to your
Yeah.
initial question, because I kind of digressed a little bit when I was saying it's important to say we wanted affordable housing. So how did we finance? How was the financing? That was
Yes.
the initial question.
Yes.
Because that's an important one. So we go talk to the broker.
Okay. First broker, second broker.
The same broker that helped with the acquisition. Yeah.
Okay.
So continuing on, because even that broker really did a major impact in the whole process for us. Went to them, prepared the pro forma for CMHC to apply for the financing. One as
why did you go CMHC?
Because of the MLI, they have the 95.
We were doing affordable, right?
Affordable.
So we heard that CMHC, when you do affordable, you can get a great financing there, good terms, because you're doing affordable. So our first option was, let's go to CMHC.
Okay. So just to clarify for everyone, CMHC, their program is that you can get up to 95% of your entire cost.
Construction cost.
But also the entire project cost.
Project cost.
Well, they call it construction cost.
Which means acquisition, soft cost, and your construction cost.
And the hard cost,
which is huge.
It is.
Which means that if everything costs, let's say
in our case,
13 million with everything, then they're gonna finance 95% of that.
That's right.
Which people don't understand that as developers, our pockets are not deep, but we're resourceful.
That's right.
And we know where to go and find the financing that's going to make sense and make the project viable, and not need to, raise $13 million.
Right?
So it might just be a few hundred.
And this was where the challenges started for us, because as we all know, the government is such a stable entity.
So what happened?
The first time we applied for our financing, there was CMHC financing at this point for the MLI Select, it's called. Then there was a rule change.
Okay, what was the rule change?
What was the first rule change again?
It was in June. I think it was.
That was when a broker could not apply
directly. So before June
2024.
Before June 2024, a broker will build your case, and they will go apply to CMHC. They will get the certificate of insurance that everyone is seeking from CMHC, and then they will use that certificate of insurance to go and shop around for lenders.
Yes.
So we are in this process of building our case
with our broker.
And then we haven't submitted yet. CMHC changed that rule, saying
no more brokers.
No more brokers. You have to select your lender first and then apply.
But through the broker.
At that point. Because now they removed the point where you get your certificate of insurance and you go shop. Now they're saying, nope, you select your lender now, and then your broker, your whatever brokerage you're working with, submits your application.
It removes the leverage, right? You can't be doing your shopping anymore.
Yeah.
With a lender. So hope that you select the right lender, because we did not.
Okay.
Oh, well, we didn't know at the time. We're like, oh, well, we found a lender. Yay. And then we prepared the package at this point. Okay, we're ready to submit. We submitted. And there was something that the gatekeeper was looking for. And
The gatekeeper, so it's at CMHC.
at the CMHC.
When
So
you submit
yeah.
your file at CMHC, they have like a triage. Imagine they will be like, okay, before you even go, we even spend our resources doing underwriting here. Are you even ready? Is your file even ready to go? So that's the gatekeeper.
Right.
Literally keeping the gate.
Keeping the gate of CMHC.
Yeah, exactly. Are you even eligible to go there?
Now we were happy that, okay, it's ready, let's submit. And then bam, another rule change. No more brokers. The lender that you've selected has to submit
On your behalf.
on your behalf.
Oh.
At this point, the lenders have never had to do that.
So they don't even know how. Okay.
And then we're like, back here.
So did the lender submit? What happened?
Did they submit? We
That's a good question. We don't even know.
You know what? No, they told us they submitted. And then we were waiting. And eventually we're like, even for us, when we applied, we did an application. So the CMHC has a program called seed funding, where they finance interest-free pre-development charge activities during the pre-development season of your construction. And we're like, when we submitted that, we received an email notification saying, we've received your application, blah, blah, blah. Then we spoke to our broker and said, okay, these guys said they submitted. This is like week 2 or week 3 now. Can we get some sort of confirmation? And then even the broker is like, oh yeah, that's true. Let's ask for that. And then it's like, where is it? And instead of receiving that, what we kept getting was, oh, by the way, we didn't receive this XYZ financial statement. And then the broker would be like, oh, the lender.
So they didn't submit.
And then the broker would be like, it's right here, document number XYZ in the folder I shared with you. They had everything. They have not submitted. They had not.
What, 3 months in?
Yeah.
We're waiting. We discovered eventually that they never submitted the
They never did.
file, like after waiting for like 2-3 months. Yeah.
When did you decide? Because I know at some point you switched brokers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When how far along in terms of months were you, after all of this, finding a lender, asking the lender to submit and all of that? When did you decide throughout this journey to say, hey, this is not working, we need another broker?
We didn't even finish all the rule change yet before deciding.
Was there another?
There was another rule change.
Okay.
At this point, the rule change was you have to demolish.
Yes, I remember.
This was September now, last
Before
you apply.
So here we are praying that they already submitted our file, because we are definitely not them. Remember that property is bringing us a little bit of revenue. So we're definitely. So
And
there we
also,
are.
I think people have to understand that demolishing a property without having your financing in place to build is a huge risk. Because now you have a hole in the ground and no way to put it back up. And you still, and people don't understand logistics behind it, because that property you're demolishing, you have a mortgage on it.
That's right.
So, your lender is lending on the property, not necessarily just on the land.
Yeah.
So if they know that you no longer have income, you have demolished the asset that is backing up their
money.
Mortgage, then you could be liable.
Yeah.
So it's kind of counterintuitive for them to put in this rule.
Right.
But they did put it in place because they wanted to, as far as I understand, a lot of people were applying for CMHC but never actually following through.
Right. Yeah.
So they're like, oh, if you're serious, go ahead and find a way to demolish it, pay off your mortgage somehow, and then apply. Which I think puts more people in trouble than anything. Right? Because then how much development are you actually going to have? Nobody has just 1.4 million.
At this point, 1.8, because remember there was a second mortgage.
To pay off the first and second place.
Mm-hmm.
So it does put a lot of people in really bad positions, and you've already spent the money to get your permits and your soft costs are on the way and all of that. So it's really important to understand why this is such a challenge for us and why a lot of people don't.
Yeah. It was a big challenge, and through all of that, this was when we started to give out the N13s, notice of tenancy termination due to demolition, because now CMHC wants us to demolish, but at least let the building be ready for demolition.
Right.
In our case, we were working based on the timeline that was set in those notices. So a N13 notice, you have to give 4 months to the tenants for them to move, or you find them an alternative place to go. So we were like, really human and really nice with those people. We found them better places to go. Some of them took it, some of them didn't. And then the provincial battle started with us, because at this old point, we were still at the federal battle with CMHC.
So you're battling with CMHC, but you're also battling with your tenants to move out.
To move out.
But you're doing everything you can in order to provide them better housing or an alternative housing.
Oh.
So again, people have to understand that developers are not just like, hey, you're kicked out because I'm going to make money. It's like, no, let me help you. We do need to build something that's better. This place is not even livable.
Yes.
And you go out of your way to find them new housing. And these are people that get money from the government.
Yes.
Their rent.
Mm-hmm.
So people have to understand that you're lending a helping hand to be like, hey, you can't live here.
We went to the city because it was a rooming house, right, in a very poor condition, our property at that time. And we went to the city. We had to do regular inspection to make sure that the building was at least safe whilst people were there. So we knew the bylaw. We went and worked with them. We asked them for rooming houses in the same neighborhood. We built a list. We printed it, multiple sheets of that list of similar rooming houses. We even
better condition rooming houses.
Even checked for a similar kind of rent.
Rents,
because our rent were very low since those people have been living there for years.
Right? Yeah.
Every time we went and knocked at each door, we gave out the paper. Say, hey, this is the number. We've already called them, telling them that you guys have this amount of time to exit, and you guys just have to go talk to them because we cannot talk on your behalf. We can only prep them and say these are our tenants. So we kind of refer them to the future landlords.
Yeah,
we did that for each and all of our tenants.
Some of them moved out.
Nope.
Some of them followed. Most of them decided that you know what, you are developers, so you have deep pockets. We're gonna stay here
for free.
And stop paying rent.
Yep.
So they stopped paying rent.
And stayed there.
After you actually found them a new and better place of the exact same rent.
Yeah.
And they refused.
Keep in mind, their rent was paid directly to us
at that time
from whatever level of government subsidy that they had, either ODSP or Ontario Works or whatever. The rents were coming to us before. The moment they were issued those N13s in July 2024,
they stopped paying the
rent. Stopped paying rent. The rent started going to them directly.
How do you even change that?
They just need to call their social workers. And guess what? We called the social worker and be like, we haven't received the rent for your client. And then they go, oh, we are third parties. The tenants, their client, asked to call them. And then the unpaid rent started to pile up. And we called them again and said, we know you've been issuing this housing allowance to these guys. We haven't received rent. You know that they haven't been paying rent. And they're like, oh, just take it to the proper channel, which is LTB, Landlord Tenant Board.
I do want to fast forward a little bit, but so from the time you started the eviction process to the time that your last tenant actually left, How long was that?
1 year. Exactly 1 year.
When it's a process that should only take four
4 months.
You give them 4 months notice initially.
Yep.
But tenants took advantage and
Yep.
1 year where the tenant is living there, they're not paying rent, and because it was a rooming house, the utilities were on us.
Yep.
We had to pay the utilities.
Mortgage and utilities.
Yes.
And they would call the bylaw if there's something wrong in the property.
Yep.
Yeah, we couldn't even do anything. We were basically hostage of our own tenants.
Yeah, they became squatters, and we still had to continue to have them live there comfortably.
So not only you're no longer receiving revenue, so you have 2 mortgages to pay and utility to pay, property taxes to pay.
Yeah.
On top of the soft costs that you had to spend in order to get the permits.
Yeah,
that's right.
As I just want to go on a personal base for a little bit.
And we come back to the broker.
Yes, we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back.
Yeah.
I do
Why
want
we
to
change out? Yeah.
What sacrifices as a mother, as a spouse, as a person, did you have to make this deal work?
Are we talking about when we can buy groceries for our kids, or when you can buy diapers for your baby?
That's deep. That's really deep.
It was tough.
Very.
In the sense that you get so deep into the deal to the point where there is no going back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can only move forward because you've already invested so much. And you were banking on what I call humanity, in the sense those tenants, those were one of our biggest hurdles. Them staying there for a year without paying for rent, because at that point it means we had to inject money because the lender, like you say,
they need to get paid.
They need to get paid. It's not their it's not their problem.
It means everything that you are earning as a T4 employee has to go there too, so that you don't foreclose on the property, so that the project keeps moving. And at that point, I think I can speak for Nikki and myself, the husband, where
their contract ended.
Yeah.
The job ended.
So your spouses also had contracts, like their 9 to 5 ended
at that point.
Okay.
And they were nonetheless very supportive.
Oh my God.
Because those are things that could kill a family, right?
Yes.
Because you are being challenged on, it's coming at you.
Every front.
Yeah.
And every front, yeah.
It takes a lot of what I would call love inside the couple, the marriage, to stay united in that storm.
Yeah.
Because you have to go forward. There is no going back. What are you going to do? You're already there, and you also have the vision that is so important at that time, because you're like, if we can only make it through, that's gonna be something.
Yes.
But we have to make it through. We have to still believe it. We have to still stay there and make sure that we get to that point.
How did it feel when you guys closed?
You know what? It didn't even feel.
Oh no!
There was no feeling.
We couldn't even.
There was no feeling when we got our COI.
What's a COI?
Certificate of insurance from CMHC. When we finally got that financing, that we were rolling on the floor, because we're like, we're almost there, until another challenge hit, and we're like,
what was the challenge? Tell me briefly, because I want to go back to the broker.
Well, actually, I think you should go back to the broker first, because
let's do it. So now let's go to the second broker. You have to switch brokers.
Yes.
Because first you gotta go through the lender. The lender doesn't submit. The broker doesn't even check. So at this point,
no, they did check. It was the lender. The lender was just nonsense for us.
So how did this second broker make it work if the first couldn't?
One thing before you answer that question, is for our audience here. One thing that we always do, whatever we do, we always do our due diligence in anything. When we are talking, whether we are about to engage with a third party, whether it's someone we're looking to hire, to work with, we always do our due diligence, and we speak to our mentor, coaches. We ask for best practice. We kind of always check what is going on in the industry.
Okay.
That's how we finally, by doing that, we finally came up to the decision that, you know what, we have to change broker. And please, let's be clear, our first broker was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
She just was not probably
she had exhausted her resources at that time.
Exactly.
Because she did. She could do. And she agreed.
Yeah.
She
It was a common decision.
She was looking for another broker to work with that had other resources outside of their brokerage.
So at this point, you're like, okay.
It's like
we talk with them. We're like, okay,
oh
you
yeah.
know what? Here is the situation of the project. We are bleeding. We need to move forward. No, there's no more resources on this side. Can we explore that other side? And it was really a common decision.
Oh yeah. And it just happened that Dave prepared everything that the new broker would now use, because this new broker was out of Ottawa at this point, different channel of resources, right? So it just happened that way, not because the previous broker didn't do what they were supposed to do. It was just
they really prepared us.
oh yeah.
It's almost like, when like there's a jar that's kind of hard to open and you force it. The first person forces it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I can't. And it's like, but you've already done the hard work.
The hard work. That's exactly.
Yeah. Right.
That's exactly what happened.
Right?
That's exactly what happened in our case. And we realized that, and we know, and they know that even when they didn't invoice us for their job, we added their fee to our pro forma because they've done the work.
Yeah. They know we appreciate the work that they've done.
Yeah.
And it kind of fair on them to make sure that they are also paid.
Yeah.
That's good on you guys, because you could have easily said, well, you didn't close, right? And typically you only get paid as a broker when you close.
That's right. That's
so
right.
It's really good on you guys to do that. So after you guys closed, now the construction is ongoing. Funny enough, or interestingly enough, they say that the construction part is the most difficult part of development. And I feel like now you guys are so equipped that anything that comes your way,
it's a brush.
Yeah,
we've had so many. We call it miracles because
they are miracles in disguise. Yeah,
they were. You know what? Let me tell you one small story,
course.
Because I will never forget that day at the City Hall. January 31st.
January 31st,
2025. We get to City Hall, Nikki and I. We had printed a bunch of paperwork like this, like N13 for each our tenant with the relevant. So this is when they decided that they're going to stay, not pay rent, and we have been kind of without $0 in, but just dollar out for from July to December, right?
Yes. We went December. It was just before the holiday.
Yeah. So we are there. So when they decided that they would do that, we're like, okay, that lady say use the proper channel. We're gonna go LTV channel. It's our business. Mind your business. So we research online, and we understand how to build a case for the N13, and we're going to City Hall to file for the N13
in person.
We have this bunch of people. Okay, we're there in front of the guy.
Very helpful.
And we're waiting for him to file our file, and he's like, "Oh, I can't do it." Nikki and I were like, "What do you mean you can't do it?" It's like, the delay is past. Your N13 has expired. Nikki and I were like,
who sets that kind of a rule?
for them to expire.
To expire.
13 expire when the tenant is still in there. Yeah, it has expired. Sorry, I can't find it. So then we're like, okay, so what are we supposed to do? You start the process again.
Serve them new N13s.
So you
Which
mean
is 4 months.
you
Which
mean
is 4.
another 4 months. you start.
They say that so casually.
Oh, the guy was just a messenger. He was not even a guy from LTB. He was just like, at City Hall they just collected
Service Ottawa or Service Ontario
you're
guy.
there, you're frustrated and you can't even.
You can't cry. You can't laugh. You're
nothing. So we get our paper because he just said it. We buy our paper. We just get it. We go up and we have a parking ticket. I will never forget that day because I was in my car driving.
You're right, sis. It was January. It was January.
Mm-hmm.
Because January 31st was when we printed new N13s.
Yeah.
We went to the property. Whoever was not there, we were doing video recording saying that we dropped this off. So you can't say you didn't receive it or whatever. And then our key was not working for one of the properties. Oh, we taped it to the main door because we're like, that today. Because if we don't serve it that January 31st, we would have to wait till February, end of February.
You serve end of the month. Because they are paying monthly. There's also a specific day to serve the N13, which we learned. So that day, we are in our car on WhatsApp and we're like, how are we going to survive another 4 months without revenue?
And
that day, because we didn't give up that day, we're here.
Wow.
Yes.
I don't even know how we didn't give up that day.
Honestly.
And now we're September. You only demolished it. We're October.
We're in October. We demolished in September. Yeah.
Wow. So
this was January.
You survived 4 months, but you survived 9. You survived 9.
This was January, Sarah, where at this point we only had in our reserve maybe 2 more months of mortgage payment.
Yeah. Wow.
Where we're like,
and then you survived 7 more.
And that's the cherry on top of that.
What was
This was January, okay? We redid the whole thing. We started to count down 4 months. At least we were very hopeful that, we're going to get our COI. It was still January that the new broker now applied for the COI as well. We have not demolished. Remember that rule of CMHC that said you have to demolish before you apply? We applied anyways because we're like, we cannot. People are living in there. We cannot even demolish. Here we are. We have to give them another 4 months notice. So we cannot demolish.
So we did by the book. We filed those in 13. We started with the demolition time. You need the demo clearance.
Yep.
We were explaining every step that hey, we're in the process of evicting so that we can clear the building and demolish.
Yep.
Yeah, we put our best foot in the door.
While we were waiting for this.
You're still alive. The whole journey, you guys were scared. And you're still here telling your story.
Between then and January, we had applied for our building permit at this point in October 2024.
And you just got your building permit this summer.
In September.
1 year.
1 year. And between that time frame, so here we are, January, we couldn't evict tenants. The CMHC needed us to demolish. We can't demolish because people are living there. And then by March, we got an email from the city saying we need a site plan approval for our building.
Wow. And for those who don't know what a site plan approval is, it's a process that sometimes takes 2 years.
That's right.
And is very costly.
Yep.
What, like $250,000 plus?
Plus.
So in March of 2025, this is the news. After you spend
5 months after we had applied for building permit,
they add more criteria. So how did you obviously it didn't take you 2 years.
Well, how did we even handle that day? We started with crying, blood pressure pills popping, and just like I remember just being there on the floor because we're just like,
how did you negotiate? Because you didn't have to complete the full site plan. So
We didn't
how
have
did
to.
you negotiate that to not have to complete this?
Remember when Carine said the affordability, thank God, opened a lot of doors for us? This was one of those doors.
Okay.
We had met the councillor of the ward and we had explained some of the challenges that we were facing, and he was surprised as well.
Mm.
So when we got that news, we basically involved the councillor, our whole team. After everyone's jaw dropped, right? By next day, we strategized. Okay, how do we move forward? Negotiation with the city. And the city was very helpful. They were very helpful because they understood that we had been waiting not for another process, but for the actual permit. The councillor was able to like exempt us from the whole demolition control area, which is applicable to where our project is. They were able to expedite the process for us. The city, it took us 3 months
To get a site
to get a site plan approval that would take 2 years normally.
Wow. And also, your development charges got reduced
Because of the affordable
housing.
units. Our development charges were exempted. Our cash into Parkland was reduced from like 150 something to from
6,000.
to $6,000.
$150,000 to $6,000.
About 108,000 to 6,000.
Wow. So all of this because you were offering
Affordable
units.
unit.
And I think it's very important for people to understand that when you give the city what they want, right?
Oh, they will walk.
They will work with you.
Yes, they will hold your hands and they'll say, okay, well, if you're giving us this, then maybe we can negotiate that so we can actually build this. So when there's a will, there's definitely a way. But your will has to be ironclad strong. Because sometimes the will itself is not enough, right? And you have to have
you have to eat. So
yes.
Sometimes your stomach is like, I can't anymore.
So I do want to ask you guys, there's going to be lots of people wondering, like, what do you mean first development project 24 units and they got development charges reduced, cash in lieu reduced, they were able to do this and that, CMHC approved.
You forgot the part where we got financing for 99.1%.
99.1% of the cost. So somebody who's like, oh, well, if they can do it, I can do it. What is the message that you want to send to moms, spouses, just regular people who want to have that financial freedom and want to go to land development and new construction? What is one message that you would give them?
You know what? For me, the one word is really belief. Believe in your vision, believe in yourself, and believe in your support.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
And don't give up.
Okay.
Because the challenges are going to come. One of our challenges was finding our tenants dead in the unit when we were looking for them. That's not something you would expect. We could have just been like, okay, I didn't sign up for this that night and just feel like,
right.
Don't give up. Challenges are going to come, but guess what? If those challenges don't come, you won't appreciate the success. Several times we've been like, Lord, I would really love for this one closing to go smoothly. I've had too many closing that there's something, but just this closing to go smoothly. But how are you going to remember it and appreciate, all the work that you've put in it? So if you don't give up and believe that there won't be challenges if there is no success at the end of that tunnel, if we can do it, moms, you can.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason you guys call it yourselves Momvestors.
Yes.
And I think a lot of moms can relate to that because they're like, oh, I have kids, I have no time.
We have husbands.
I have 3 kids. Nikki has 2 small kids. We have a family that we take care of. We have our JOBs or T4, and we are doing this. We're doing this it's a blessing.
It's a blessing.
It's very scary. Oh, I have to say
Yeah.
this. Some days you're like, oh my God, I came all the way from Africa here. Why am I doing this to
Yep.
myself?
Yep. I have a really good job. Why can't I just stick to my job, get my paycheck, and not add
And
headache
enjoy.
onto it? Why do we have to be regular though?
You know, yeah, and that's the thing. Like a lot of us don't want to settle for just regular, but
Yeah.
it also comes with a lot of challenges.
That's right. That's right.
If I know that people are going to be very interested in this conversation, maybe have some questions. So if they want to reach out to you, how can they find you guys on social media?
The NCTL Group on Instagram or LinkedIn. They can also email us at admin@nctlgroup.com.
Okay, awesome. And I'll put it in the on the picture and in the caption so that people can find you guys.
And Nikki and myself are also personally on Facebook.
Yes.
If they wanted to reach out to us directly
With your actual
our
names?
names.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah, our names.
perfect. So I'll put that too, so if they want to reach to
Mhm.
you personally. So to our viewers, this is possible, but you're gonna have to go through a lot of challenges.
That's
But
right.
it's okay because there is a pot of gold at the end of all these.
Yes.
That is right.
I don't even know all this storm. There's a rainbow at the end of the storm. Ladies, Carine, Nikki, thank you so much for blessing me with your time. I know it's really late. You guys have families and we've been trying to book this, but I really appreciate you guys. And to our viewers, thank you for watching. And if you have any questions for the ladies, please reach out. And until the next time, don't forget to watch this episode, like, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.